More so for the camera up there, but thumbs up, everyone's good, can you hear me? Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you to Coach John for having us, having all the speakers here. I think this is some of the best stuff these days, especially for the cost and the fact that you have to sprint to lunch for only $30. I think those are some of the best times to learn. I encourage all those things. I know everyone's always looking for different things when they go to a clinic. I'm going to jump around. I want to make sure I kind of touch all the different things that are on, at least some of the stuff that's on the sheet that I have. Thank you to the Stritch players before we even start. I think clinic coaching, in a clinic setting, some of the hardest stuff. They've never worked with me. They've never heard any of my terminology, so it's tough. I know they're going to go really, really hard. Coach John promised me that, and they did as well in the huddle before we started. My cell phone's on there, 847-420-8521. Call me, text me anytime. All of our practices at Northern Illinois University are completely open. You guys can come. If I know you guys are coming in advance, I've done this for Coach John a couple times as well. I'll set up individual skill workouts. I'll make sure it's on the day when we are weightlifting, and I'll also make sure that you guys can come to a practice. So if I know you guys are interested in kind of spending a few hours, it's only about 2 hours from here. So if you guys are interested in spending a few hours, I'll make sure that we can work that out for you guys. The last thing, Coach John made me promise I wouldn't talk about him, but the only thing I will say, I don't know if there is a better person in college basketball. I would not be an NCAA Division I associate head coach without Coach John. Not because he made any phone calls for me, but because every step of the way, he's had an open door policy with me. He's picked up his phone every time I've called, whether it's for a scouting report, whether it's a team drama issue, whether it's for finding out a new drill. Coach John's always been there for me, and his growth has helped me get from level to level and from job to job. And the success that we've had at NIU, Truman State before that, Ashford University before that, Divine Savior Holy Angels before that, I didn't have the chance to do any of that stuff without Coach John's guidance, and I really mean that. Last thing also, without Coach Lauren's guidance, who's coming up and speaking after this, Coach Lauren's been an unbelievable mentor to me as well. So she's going to be great, I know that. Take your time getting through all 17 pages of the pack stuff, okay? Like I said, everyone's always looking for different things when they come to clinic. So the other stuff at the top of the sheet, books, reading, coming to clinics, I think that's so important. The two first books I bought when I got a college job, Basketball Skills and Drills by Jerry Krause, Don Meyer, Jerry Meyer. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of that or have that. I have the 3rd edition. I'm assuming up to the 4th or 5th edition now. Pete Newell's Playing Big, the definitive guide to modern post play by Pete Newell and Swen Nader. Pete used to run a satellite camp actually here at Cardinal Stritch. Some of the best stuff. I had never taught anything in the post position. We had hired someone at my first college job who played at University of Wisconsin Green Bay, was an unbelievable point guard, so then I had to do all the workouts with the bigs. So I had to learn how to do that. I bought this book to help create a foundation for a lot of my ideas in that position. Every season, I haven't done it yet, but every season before practice starts, I read a lifetime of observations and reflections on and off the court by John Wooden. I love all the little nuggets that you can get from there. I've done that now. This will be my 9th year reading that book. I haven't done it yet this season though. And then Start With Why, that's my most recent edition. I think a lot of the drills that you'll see today, none of it's going to be groundbreaking. It really has to do with how you get your players to believe in what you guys are selling and your players to believe in your message. The complexity of the drill isn't always the most important part, but if they know their why, if they understand why you're asking them to do it, I think that's the most important part. Podcast, The Learning Leader with Ryan Hawk, John Gordon podcast by Positive You, The Be Contagious Leadership Experience with Fernando Planels, The Neighborhood, hosted by John Williams, which is with Mike Neighbors, the head coach of Arkansas. The Jump Around by Blake McDonis, who's not here, but he's speaking 4th, I think, today. He's great. He's a great advocate for the game of women's basketball. I have my own podcast, Coach Lauren, Coach John have been guests on that podcast. Newsletters, If you go to ArkansasRazorbacks.com/the neighborhood, that's Mike Neighbor's newsletter. If you don't already get that, I would encourage you to get on that list. It's unbelievable stuff. X's and O's, culture, stories, quotes, stuff that you can share with your team, stuff you can discuss with your staff. I run a newsletter as well. Feel free. All this stuff is free. I just share stuff. My thing with my newsletter, I want to send out 10 things. However I get to that 10 things, after I'm done reading or watching those 10 things, I send them out. So it's not particularly on the same day every week. Twitter, follow Blake Adonis if you want to help grow girls basketball, women's basketball. He's a huge advocate for that, like I said. Half Court Hoops, some of the best breakdown of X's and O's at the NBA and college level. Follow them on Twitter. Really, really good stuff. Basketball is Psychology, and that's at Our Ball is Psych. It's a blog site. Great stuff talking about culture, the meaningfulness of different things and how to approach things in the basketball arena from day to day. Okay, that's the other clinic stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna jump around, so if I can get 5 Stritch players, 1 through 5, by position, I'm gonna go, on your sheet, we're gonna go man-to-man, sideline out of bounds for a 2. So I need an inbounder. In the college game, we're able to advance the ball if you call timeout. I'm gonna have an inbounder here if you guys want to back up a little bit so we can make it fast. So a little breakdown about the special situations that I have on this. Does everyone have this sheet? That's why I'm gonna keep referring to it. Yes? Good? Okay. So special situations under 4 seconds. I'll go into every game, like many of you will. I'll go into every game this season. I'll have a laminated play card that'll be in my pocket, and I have all our situation stuff that we've prepared for, or that is off scouting report, off prep, ready to go. So the stuff I'll try to run through here, I think it's really important, you know, when my boss hands me the clipboard and says, hey, what do you want to do? 4 seconds on the clock, 2 seconds on the clock, 0.5 on the clock, we have a timeout, we don't have a timeout, we gotta go full, space line out of bounds, sideline out of bounds. Whatever it is, I think you won't get it right unless you have it prepared beforehand. The easiest way to do that is to have it written out in your pocket. I used to put fast draw in my pocket. I'd have like a flash card deal on a ring. I don't do that anymore. But again, whatever it takes for you to be ready, so your kids have the faith when you call timeout that I'm going to get us the shot that we need in this moment. Man-to-man for a 2, sideline out of bounds. We'll just go 1 inbound the ball. Let's go 3 player here. 5 player here. Actually, no, let's go 4 player inbound the ball. I'll explain why it doesn't necessarily matter. 1 player on this block. Okay. So for us, other than our point guard who's 5'7", the rest of our kids are all between 5'11" and 6 feet tall. So we're all face that way, please. So on this, the important part for your alignment for us, it's okay that it's in a box. People have this in different formations. It's a play probably you guys will recognize. This has to be your best trigger person. So when I was like, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter. But whoever your best passer is under duress, that needs to be this kid, all right? This player right here has to be someone that they will respect catching the ball on ball side block. Respect catching the ball on ball side block. 3 years ago for us, that was our 5'10" point guard. It might not be for you. We'll use your 5 today. This has to be a guard that they will not want to switch off of. That they do not want to switch off of. And then this player's got to be your kid who can catch a pass, a high-level pass under duress. Okay? And it's a bonus if this kid could shoot. Can you shoot? A little bit. Good. So she can shoot, so that's good. I think she's being humble. That's okay. So on the slab of the ball, the first action that we're going to get, it's all simultaneous, but I'll walk through it. On the slab of the ball, our kid who can shoot a little bit is going to sprint to ball side corner. We call this bad screen, good screen. You're going to sprint up here. You're going to say as loud as you can, hey, I got you, I got you, I got you. And then you're going to peel off of this screen either way you want. You want to take the path of least resistance with your defender, but you're never actually going to set the screen. So you're saying, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. And then right when she goes, you're going to turn, and you got to go to ball side block. You're then, after she touches ball side block, you're lifting towards the ball. You're going out to short corner. And then now we're going to send you on a back screen to the basket. So you're going to set the screen here. You're going to head hunt this player, and we're throwing that to backside block for a layup. Got it? Let's see if we can do that. Bad screen, good screen. You guys name it whatever you want. Our kids know what it is. But good job. That's on all of our scouts. That's on all of our scouts, because teams have seen us do it. Still, because of the moment, because of the pressure, we've gotten that shot off to send it to overtime at least 3 times in my coaching career. Next thing, we'll call, this is man-to-man, sideline, out of bounds. I call this weak split. Brad Stevens calls it Celtic. It's whatever you guys want to name it, right? But it's weak split because of what the action is. So let's go, this kid's got, you guys can run it, it's fine. Face half court, I'll just explain who's got to be where, okay? This is the kid who we want to get the shot, whether it's a 3 or 2. Right here, everyone in the gym's going to know that, that's okay. Best trigger person inbounding the ball. This person has to be your best person at getting open, all right? We can flip this, I'll show the adjustment later, but this person has to be able to get open. This person right here has to be your best screener, and again, if your best shooter is a guard, it's going to make a lot of sense that this is a post, so they don't switch this out. All right? Bonus for us, Arrowhead Allie Mae, she's 6'3", 5 player for us, that's our starting 5 player. She can hit the 3, so if they slip or they trap the one 3-point shooter, she knows the space to create another shooting angle for her. And then this kid right here just has to make sure that they get out of the way, right? Or they space for 3, depending on how you guys have your roster aligned. So the reason I said this has to be your best pass catcher. We send this kid sprinting right here like they're going to set a screen. We have a lot of false action in our movement. I got you, I got you, I got you. Really, we're trying to create a wide margin for error back here because that's where you're throwing the pass. Okay? You guys, if you guys were flipped, because some coaches want to do this is okay. You guys can set a screen for this person, for real. So this still has to be your best pass catcher, but you come and set a screen on this side of the rim line, and then we, again, are creating a huge area for the pass to be thrown. But let's keep it like this for right now to show it. On this, as this happens, as they start to go, so we're going to do the first option. You're going to sprint there, and you're going to catch the ball this way. Right when she sprints to the rim line, you're throwing it towards the corner, okay? That's your cue. Then you are going to headhunt her defender, but you're sprinting to the ball first. I want the ball, I want the ball, I want the ball. And then you're coming right back off this kid. We're hoping that she catches it as your shooter comes free. Again, we want to give them a ton of room on this side so we can catch it from here on out. So if you end up catching it in the corner, you've got to keep coming all the way here to knock the shot down over here. Got it? Weak split, weak split. Again, Brad Stevens is Celtic. The Warriors trying to run this is going Draymond turned it over. Most recent in the playoffs. Got it? No. On the side of the ball. Not bad. Let's do that again. I want you to put it in the air.
Farther in the air?
Farther in the air. Okay? And then I want you to take a 3. Okay. Show off a little bit. There you go. Not bad. All right, good shot. Good shot. All right, let's get everybody up, pair up, and each pair needs 1 basketball, please. Everyone that can go. If you guys are injured, not warmed up, not taped, don't do anything you guys aren't supposed to do, okay? Those are 2 of our special situation plays. Again, hopefully your pass, as I break here, screen, 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 I'm catching it like a receiver on the run. I want to go here, hit for 3. Right here is my hope. Let's go, I need one of the partners, right here, rail extended on the baseline, one of the partners in the middle between the 3-point line and the sideline. I need a line behind them. Same thing over there. Same thing on this side. So set up the same thing. We have someone right here. You're across from your partner. You're across from your partner. So if she's your partner, you're right here. Okay, good. You guys are facing down that way. We start, my boss at NIU, we do a coordinator system. So we've got an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. We all meet as a staff collectively, then your respective coordinators meet with the head coach, talk about that day for practice. At the Division I level, fortunately, we have that kind of staff, that kind of time, different for everybody. Still, this is a drill we've been doing since I was a high school coach, all the way on up. Start behind the baseline, details matter. We call this paired series. When we start our offensive segment, this is the first thing I want to do. We tell our kids it's not a good pass unless we can shoot it. So you'll hear me yell if you come to practice, you got to be able to shoot it. We got to be able to shoot it, even in a passing drill. All of our stuff, we talk a lot about dribble handoff, we talk about pick and pop, we talk about pick and roll, we're going to go through all that stuff. Screen, rescreen, dribble handoff, keeper, and we don't care our pairings, and we don't care who the player is for us. Our posts and our guards all have to do this. Sometimes I'll pair up post players with post players, I'll pair up guards with guards, all right? Who's really loud? Who's ready to go right now? You ready to go? You ready to go? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to do, both groups are going to go at the same time because you guys never cross the rim line. All right? What's your name? Sam. So you can dribble up, Sam, right here, like you're attacking down over here. We're going to go DHO, dribble handoff first. You're going to attack, and then you're going to call. Everyone should know everybody's name, so this should be easy. You're going to be running as well, at least staying even with her. And then you're going to call her name and say, what's her name? Bella, Bella, DHO, or handoff. You're going to make a change of direction move, and then you're going to attack Bella, imagining her defender is there. Bella, you're going to change speeds. So for us, we've seen a lot of turnover in dribble handoff. I don't know if you guys dribble handoff at all because of that. You're going to change speed. You can jog towards Sam, then you're going to sprint to receive the basketball. You're going to dribble it down. You're going to get away from each other, so Sam, you're going to go up that sideline, she's going to go up this rail. Jump stop, names on passes, she's going to pass to you. Sam, you're going to attack going down again, then you're going to call for another dribble handoff, do the same thing coming back this way, okay? So, for us, we'll do this for all of our sequences. The first time our kids did it, it did take a minute to understand. So again, if they mess it up, that's fine. We'll just keep going, just go hard with it. For us, we say names on every pass. We don't care if you hear it. We don't care if on a scouting report you see it coming in all of our drills, in all of our scout prep. Everything we do, names on passes, names on passes, names on passes. It's the responsibility of the passer and the receiver to get open. You guys have to work on whatever you emphasize, right? All the drills are going to look the same. You become what you emphasize, or you become what you allow, right? So when they come down, for us, we dribble handoff. We go dribbling hand on a platter, jump stop, other hand on top. I don't care what you guys do today, whatever Coach John teaching you guys with dribble handoff. So we're going to go all the way down. You guys will go as well. I want to be really loud, change direction. When you get down over there, stay. Get down over there, stay. Ready? Dribble handoff. Ready? Go! Call for it! You're right. She'll pass to the Sam. You're the ball handler. You're the primary ball handler. Then she'll dribble handoff to you again. You're all right. Next person go. Next group go. Go underneath, let the dribble handoff. There you go, good. Arms good, right here. You got it. Dribble attack space, get away from each other. Okay, a couple things to improve. If they got it wrong, that's my fault. It's not on them. They've never done this drill. Couple things to improve. I think we could be a little bit louder in this gym. One, they all know each other's names, so you guys should be yelling, talking. This is the start of the offensive segment of practice for us. There's a lot of excitement because they're done with doing shell drill or ball screen defense or whatever we're doing for the last part in practice. Remember, again, when you guys dribble handoff, the person receiving the dribble handoff, we're imagining our defenders are right here. So my dribble handoff is away from our defenders, right? It's not going to be in front. All right, and then after we get it, I didn't emphasize this enough, we're going to dribble or sprint and get away from each other. So we're going to balance again. We're going to take our imaginary defenders away, and then we're going to pass, and then they're going to dribble up, change direction, move, and then we're going to dribble handoff again. So now switch ball hands. So Bella, you become the primary. So you're the one giving this person the ball right now is the one initiating the dribble handoff all the way down the floor. Got it? Here we go. Let's see if we can do that better. There you go. Good. Ready to go. Ready to go. Come back. Good job. Good job. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to go pick and roll. So for us, so Bella's my partner. You do the ball handler right here. So you're going to dribble up, you're going to sprint, you're going to call for ball screen, pick and roll right here. Stop. You're going to change direction. As she's changing direction, I'm sprinting ahead of her to get a better angle. Then I'm going to come downhill at her, set a ball screen, nice wide base, whatever your rules are, protect yourself. And then you're going to come right off my shoulder to hip, if you can get that low, or at least shoulder to shoulder. Good job, Bella. And we're going to always open up to the ball here, okay? So now you're going to take your dribble, get away from your defender, take your defender or the hedger or the shower away, and you're going to go inside pocket pass. So with your left hand, your inside hand back closest to me, yep, on the bounce. So you're going to go, yep, no, right here, like this. Yeah, okay? So we're going to do that all the way down. So right now, if Bella starts as the primary ball handler, she stays the primary ball handler. So you get away from each other, and then pass the ball back to her. Yep, got it. Ready? This will be the last one for you. Ready, go? Ready to hit your roller. Ready, go. Next, go. Ready, go. Go ahead, finish it out. Finish it out. Good job, ladies. Good, hustle back down here. Give them a hand. Good job. All right, for us, that was a paired series, so we'll get through. There's 16 on our roster. We'll get through DHL, fake DHL, keeper, picking, so pick and pop. So when we pick and pop, if I'm the ball handler, I'm attacking, I'm jump stopping, I'm reverse pivoting away, I'm stepping away from my defender to create a better passing angle, passing with my outside hand. We go pick and roll. If you'll see our practice plan, if you ever come to practice, it says O-O, O-O-I-I, so it's outside hand thread the needle. Then I end up on the other side, outside hand thread the needle. Then it's inside hand pocket, inside hand pocket. We can do screen, rescreen. We can end up doing that usually in about 8 minutes with our whole roster, down and back. Probably less than that. I went to Chicago Bulls practice and then the Windy City Bulls practice, the G League affiliate. They did that for 35, 40 minutes. So they're working on all their passes. They do overhead skips. Again, for us, we find that it's so hard to tell our kids to perfect their jump shot, to perfect their scoring opportunities if they're not receiving great passes to do it. I think we're putting them at a disservice. So we work on all our ball skills in individuals or in practice. Next type of passes that we're going to get, we're going to go dribbles and skips. So let's go a line right here. I want all the basketballs in this line. Let's go this hash mark extended, first person up, line going this way, please. Opposite them, we're going to go hash mark extended as well. Okay? We're going to go right here. Shoot the shot that's in your range. You can shoot the three. You're going to go here. We're going to stay in line with their bodies. Part of our motion offense, when we drive baseline, we match the level of the ball on the opposite side of the floor. So when Sam drives it, she's going to drive it baseline. I'm going to stay even with her. I'm going to find my shooter's pocket. I'm going to find my window. You're going to jump off 1 foot out of bounds. You're going to hit Bella on the money for a knockdown three. Then you guys are going to switch line. Switch line. Okay? The next person, we're going to go through this real quick. Ready? Go! Yep, get out now. Get that pass. Hands on the passes. Hands on the pass. Good. Shoot the shot in your range. Good. Go. Go ahead. Touch base on that one. Yeah. Let's go one more. One more. Good, that's good. Let's go line right here with the basketballs. So that's your drift action. When we have bigger group individuals, or sometimes in pregame shooting we'll do it. Line can go that way, yep. Let's go in the corner as well. You'll match the player in the opposite part. We run a 5-out motion, a lot of freedom. We think it's really hard to scout. I tell our kids all the time, we don't care if we know where the shot comes from. We trust you guys. We put you guys through a lot of work. We do individuals. Everyone does 3 hours of individual workouts with me every week. We're going to trust you to share the ball. Our big thing on offense, we always will preach passing up good shots for great shots. So you come to our practice, the only thing you'll hear me correct is I'll say, was that a good shot or a great shot? If help collapses and there's someone open opposite corner, was that a good shot or a great shot? So right now, a lot of freshmen putting their head down. Yeah, coach, that was a good shot. Not a great shot, sorry. So we're getting a lot of that right now. We're going middle attack. Again, we work on a lot of, let's put the basketball in that line actually. That was quickly get through this. You're gonna go middle attack. So again, with a lot of your skill development stuff, we tell our players, great players have great imaginations. You're not always going to have 5 on the floor. You're not always going to be able to see a defender, see help. So right now, Sam's got to imagine that I'm here. She's got to find a way to get to the middle. So that's a hard jab, or she can shoot. So if she shot fakes to get to the middle, that's what she's got to do. She's going to go in here. It's just the opposite of the drift. She's got to get a piece of the paint. You're lifting up to find a window. She's going to hit you with her right hand because her defender's over here. She might not be able to stop. For you guys, it's different. If it's a jump stop step, please do whatever makes sense for you. But for us, our kids get a piece of the paint, force help, you get to the middle of the floor and attacking middle, everybody's one pass away. That's why we don't run the pack. So when we get into here, we're right here for a shot right here. Got it? Here we go, let's go. Names on passes. Lift, match, go ahead. Names on passes. You pass over if you guys need to. That's a jump stop step. Do it. If it's outside in, you can get it. Here we go. Let's do 2 more. 2 more. Good. Again, whatever you do offensively, guys, whatever you do offensively, whatever you guys do in skill development, it really should always be feeding into what you guys do offensively. We don't do any drills, even warm-up drills, that don't look like how we're going to play offense. Let's go, I'm going to jump around again. We're going to go, so those are some of your team group ones. Any of these things, guys, if you call or text me, I'll make sure you guys have it on Fast Draw. But let's go to one of the one-on-ones. Let me get I need one player right here. Cardinal Stritch player right here. Cardinal Stritch player standing right next to her, shoulder to shoulder. All right, and then I need someone on the baseline. I need a line at the baseline, ready to go. And then I need another line outside the 3-point line, right here, also ready to go. Position doesn't matter. This is called K-State one-on-one. I'm not sure if Coach Kyle from UW Milwaukee will talk about it. We talked 2 summers ago, like they did a ton of one-on-one games. We also do a ton of one-on-one games. We think sometimes you gotta, our kids at NIU, they really, really like each other. So we sometimes force them to have to compete against each other, just to make sure that they're going hard and get their competitive juices flowing right now. So right now, I'm gonna throw Bella the ball. This is perfect, you guys keep coming up first and there you go. Bella's gonna hit the ball. You're gonna dribble to half court and touch half court with your foot. You're gonna sprint to the baseline, touch the baseline with your foot. You're gonna sprint, Sam, as far out as you can to pick her up. Bella, after you cross the 3-point line, you're gonna hear me count. You have 3 dribbles inside the 3-point line to try to score on Sam. Got it? Right after that, you guys hustle your rebound, go to the end of lines. Let's get 2 new players back in. Okay? If you guys want to switch your matchups, or you guys want to have fun with it, that's fine with me. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Next 2 up. Again, with your development, practice what you preach, right? Everything's off 2 feet. You don't allow step-throughs. Everything's got to be a step-through. If you don't allow jumpers outside a certain distance, whatever it is, make sure you guys stick to that in this game, okay? Here we go. Good. 1, 2. Is there one more? I'll take one. Thank you. Last one. K-State 101. Go. 1. Very nice. I love it. Yeah, so for us, we'll build into that. Our best kid, Australian kid, 10th in the NCAA in scoring. She averages 23 points a game. So we'll do a lot of attacking downhill, sidestep to get away. Attacking downhill, sidestep to get away. Cross jab, if we can do any of it out of dead ball. Let's go 101 in the box. 101 in the box. So I need an offensive player right here. The rest of the line can be outside the 3-point line. Defensive player right here. Then the rest of the line on the baseline over there. I'll take the ball again. Let's get those two lines. So let's get a line right here. Thank you. You're on defense. You're on offense right here. Stay inside. So in the box, we're talking about in the paint. You only get 2 dribbles. So this is working on your offensive game out of a dead ball catch. So right out of K-State 1-on-1, we're going live ball. Working on your handle into a shot. This is dead ball. So I give them the ball right here. You're facing the rim. You're trying to score on that basket. You're all up on her. She only has 2 dribbles to score on you. You got shot fakes, jabs, any ball handling moves you want to do within 2 dribbles, but you can't go outside the paint. Can't go outside the paint. So in our practice gym, we've got 6 keys, so we've got 12 kids going at the same time. Okay, so let's get 2 down over there. Ready to go demonstrate. All right? So then here, when we spread this out, sometimes when we pay attention, ladies, so I'm not down there. If you're not with a coach, so we'll do this. So I'll hand you the ball, and then we're going to high five 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's when we know that it's live. So no one's like, hey, coach, you cheated. Coach, cheated away for the whistle. We'll high five 3 times and play. So you guys got to high five 3 times. Score in the box. Ready? In the box 1-on-1. Ready? Go. 1. Go. Turn over. Turn over. New to it. Turn over down here. Go ahead. Rotate. Move to it. Move to it. You guys can't go outside the box. Work in tight space. Again, if you use your imagination, sometimes you guys, sometimes again, when you're playing 5 on 5, someone is gapping you or in the pack at the pack line, you guys can't attack, take 3 dribbles just to go wherever you want. So we'll play 1-on-1 in the box. Couple more times. You'll really see your kids who have good jab fakes, have good ball fakes. Our smartest kids will throw a pass fake in there, even though it's a 1-on-1 drill, they'll get someone to jump. Last time, down here. Last one, let's go down here. All right, that's it. And again, so I don't know, again, make it tailored to what you guys need, right? Some coaches, even in our league, half of them don't like cross jab. Some people don't like this move. Then don't do it, right? Do whatever fits you. Some people don't like jab to return